What is up, you guys? It's your boy Captain Jack. You can tell we are not in Kansas anymore. We're not in Florida. We are on a remote coast in the Bahamas, and I am with my buddy on his sailboat. And if you haven't seen the last episode, go ahead and check it out. This is day 2 of my epic diving excursion, living aboard a sailboat. And this thing is a concrete brick house on the water. So we're anchored in some pretty heavy waves, but we're just sending it. We got the tender right there. We're gonna try to go for some pelagics. So if you've never speared pelagics, this is gonna be a great episode for you guys to take a look how to get pelagics on a pole spear. And that is our goal. Our goal is to spear a pelagic, whether it's a yellowjack or an African pompano. That is our goal. And we are going to make ceviche out of it. We have an epic episode coming your way. So, and also don't forget, before checking this one out, check out the last video. It was day 1. We got into some fish, we got into some cooking. So go ahead and give that a look. But we're gonna see you guys out there in the tender, on the water, in some deep drop-offs. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we're sending it. Just left the sailboat. Rocking the Headhunter, baby. Woo! And then Blake is gonna be rocking my homemade Hawaiian sling. Yeah. It's gonna be a mission to get to this spot, but super deep drop off. And I'll see you guys once we hop in the water. Bro, get in here and look down. School of jacks. You don't shoot these though. Don't shoot these. These aren't good. All right, you guys, so that was a great sign that all those fish are there, and I really wanted to find out what this structure that all these fish are hanging out on. So I make my first drop, and like I said before, I'm rocking the Headhunter Nomad pole spear. It's a 9-foot pole spear, and it is heavy duty. It's meant for really big fish, so I'm fully confident that it can take down some absolute beasts. But I go ahead and make a drop here, and we're in about 95 to 100 feet deep of water. You hear me doing that grunting. I pull in that school of horse-eye jacks, and in that school there's a yellow jack, and that's what that fish right there that I'm kind of pursuing looks a little different. Unfortunately, he doesn't really stick around, but that was exactly what I am kind of aiming to get. I want to get a pelagic. Those things are also known as butter jacks, and they're phenomenal. So you can see I kind of gazing off in the distance. I see what that giant structure is, and it is a shipwreck in like 100 feet, and it's unmarked, unknown, and I literally got this spot off of looking on Google Earth. So that is a nice tip that anybody can take from this vid. Bro, it's a shipwreck. It's a shipwreck, you see it? Look. It's a shipwreck right here. So the current was moving really good from where we were diving, and a nice zero mackerel came into Blake. Blake kind of pursued it. It took off. I threw my throw flasher, and it made a beeline right to my throw flasher. And now with this pole spear, I don't want to, you know, this fish is gonna pull a lot, so I went ahead and let my pole spear go. It's attached to my belt reel, and I just kind of give it slack as needed. If it's pulling a little hard, I don't want the slip tip to rip out of the fish, so I just give him slack off my belt reel. And then ultimately, I'm obviously not going to sit there and reel it like a fishing rod. I just pull it in, and I keep swimming to keep that line behind me. And I see some sharks down deep, so at a certain point, if the sharks start showing an interest, I'm going to yank it up, because it's either I lose the fish and he rips off the spear, or I lose the fish to the sharks. But he kind of settles down. Like I said, I baby him. I'm letting him go. Just watch out for sharks. Watch out for sharks. There's sharks down deep. Tell Blake to keep an eye out. If sharks come up, I'm sure he's going to poke them away. But like I said, you can see me kind of babying this thing. I'm not really holding tight onto the pole spear. If he gives a lot of juice, I let him go. He does it again here. I kind of just let him go, give him some slack. Once I get his tail, and that's what I say, get a hold of their tail, and then fully demobilize the fish. Get your hand in the gills, and now it's time to brain the fish, bleed him, and gut him. You can see me braining that fish right there. I always go.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. No worries. I'm killing him. He's good.
I always go top down when I brain the fish. You can see a nice shot of the fish there. That was Blake's camera view. Like I said, brain the fish top down, and then right between the gills and the body, I just make that little slit, and I kind of run my knife back and forth in there, bleed the fish. You can tell when they're really bled. I was just double checking, make sure the fish was totally brained, because I think he was flexing a little bit. And then stick the knife in right between the pec fins, all the way down to the anus of the fish, and then you just put your knife away, rip all the guts out, and now this fish is perfect. And we have to do this when we're on the sailboat because there is no fridge and there's no freezer, so we're just throwing them in the dinghy, and then hopefully this will help kind of cool the fish down because those gut cavities really heat up the fish, and the meat makes it a little difficult to clean. And also kind of gives back, makes the flesh and the fish less stinky, as well as works as chum. Could bring in some more fish.
That's good sashimi, dude.
Yes, sir.
And ceviche. It's a big mackerel. Here, hold the bucket. Watch his teeth. It's a solid fish. Yeah, dude. Did you see him come into my flasher?
Yeah. So, well, no, I didn't. I seen.
So I
him.
saw you dive, but he was on his way out, and then I threw my flasher. You see him come swimming?
Yeah.
He came to the flasher.
Right to you.
So we jump in a little shallower, and now we finally hit the thick reef structure. It's a little, like probably I'd say about between 60, 70 feet. I throw my throw flasher, I let it go almost to the bottom, hoping something shows up to it, but nothing did on this dive. But I do grab it, and that's not the end of the dive. If something doesn't go after the flasher, there's a chance it could come after me, or kind of pique its curiosity. But I'm kind of descending towards the bottom, just coasting down, looking around, seeing if something comes into me, and sure enough, I look ahead, and there's some nice schoolmasters. Now, we already have the pelagic. Now my goal is to get a rockfish, which is a snapper, grouper, something like that we can cook on the fire. So I pursue these fish, and spoiler alert, I end up missing, but if you continue to watch, I still pursue the fish. Don't freak out. Take a nice shot here. Kind of grazed off that fish. I'm not sure if this is the same fish, but he gives me kind of a turn angle, and I absolutely stone him. And when those fish quiver like that, it's a big time trick. Get that fish into you quick. Keep your eye on a swivel, because the sharks are really triggered by that quivering in the water, and they will absolutely beeline it to you and your fish. So get a hold of the fish, get it to your body, head to the surface, and you shouldn't have any issues with sharks, especially if you're being safe and buddy diving.
Where's Blake? Okay. That's your schoolmaster, dude.
It's on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the ones that I'm after all the time.
They're loaded here.
Really?
Yeah. Once I shot him, a huge kingfish came cruising through.
Damn it!
I wasn't gonna shoot him though. Not the king. This is one for the fire. So we can throw it out. We can make a fire, throw it on the coals while you do ceviche with that bad boy.
So I do the same thing with this fish that I do with the other one. I brain it. You see, I go right behind the eye on these on these schoolmaster snappers, and same thing right between the gills and the body. Run my knife in there. This guy wasn't too bloody, but most likely they sometimes are. In between the two pec fins there, and straight down to the anus. And once you get that incision made, go ahead and put your knife away. Get in there. Throw all the guts out as far as you can reach up towards the front. Most likely you have the stomach. Oh, and then on this, when I'm throwing this stuff out, it fires up a giant kingfish, but there's no way I'm gonna shoot that thing. All right, guys, we are getting into it. Couple dives, a couple fish. We got the Cero mackerel, big boy. And then and then we got the schoolmaster, nice size schoolmaster. Look at the size of that Sierra, dude.
Right?
That is a big fish. Day 2, success. So that mackerel is gonna be the pelagic we were looking for. We're looking for some sashimi, some ceviche, and then we're gonna make a fire while we're dicing up all the ceviche stuff once we get to the island, and then we're gonna be cooking up that schoolmaster. So stay tuned, guys. I'll see you back on the sailboat when we're unpacking all this stuff.
There's a big hogfish down there.
All right, we ended up hitting up one more spot, and I was making some like 100-foot drops, like 94, 90, how big was I, 94 I think?
Yeah,
like
94.
89. And there was some fish down there, but I was kind of being very selective. I could have shot a mutton, I could have went after a hog. There was a huge black grouper that came up off the bottom. He was probably 50 pounds. I didn't want to go after him either. But yeah, it was nice doing some diving. Crystal clear, top to bottom in 100 foot. That's about as good as it gets. But we're gonna head in, try to cook this stuff up on the beach.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys when we're doing all that. You weighed anchor, and we're moving. We're gonna go farther down this stretch of land. I'm gonna fillet the fish. I'm gonna prep them. We're running the motor because we need to make the fridge nice and cold, and then we shut it off. Luckily, we're moving with the current and with the wind, so everything's gonna be smooth sailing, well, smooth motoring from this point on. I don't know, we might.
Sheet the sails, hoist the main.
You scallywags?
Yeah.
Guys, I did it. I talked Blake into hoisting the sails. So we're gonna just send up the head sail, and yeah, we'll see what it's about. You guys, so we're moving. I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm gonna make some coffee real quick. Yeah, we are booking it.
Cooking to the rig.
All right, so our goal is to get to this like giant barge slash rig on the water, and it is like it's like a big fueling dock, and there's just giant ships on it, but it is all the way over there. All the way over there. So it looks far, but it's not as far as the GoPro makes it seem. But we're gonna anchor somewhere near this so we're kind of protected from the wind, as you can hear. And then we're gonna head to the beach. But yeah, this is magic. Got a decent amount of sun left. Woo. This is so sick sailing like this. We got bored, so we decided to put out not one, not two, but 3 sails. And we are Hooking, we're going almost 5 miles an hour.
Oh, we're going 5.
Easy.
5, 2.
Maybe 6.
Nah.
We're kind of heeling over a little bit. But this is pretty epic. Amazing sailing.
Yeah, keep it like that. Let it rock, let it lean a little.
Woo. Man, we are leaning over. Pretty good.
Come back into the wind. Feather it. In the wind? Feather it to the wind. Gotcha.
Right away, maybe. Oh God. Oh God.
That'll get some speed.
How fast are we going now? How fast are we going? No, just off. You feel it? You feel it die when you go into the wind?
Yeah.
Woo. Scary.
You might want to pull them down, but we're kind of like almost there. We'll zigzag.
All right, we're anchored up and we are gonna send it to the beach, a little cookout. We're gonna take you guys along. Come on.
Oh.
Let's go. Got my coffee. Gonna be a nice little chill evening on the beach. Real quick, we're gonna surf in.
I did have two oars.
Cutting it a little shallow. How deep is that rock? Okay, it's not. I think we're gonna have to walk it up. All right, we're walking. Should have brought shoes.
Yeah. Should have brought shoes.
Ow, 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 ow. All rocky. We got that much to go.
Want some water? Oh yeah.
We made it. Look at this coastline. All right, we're gonna make up a quick little fire. Look at that conch. Beautiful.
It's a good trail.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make up a fire, find an area to post camp, and we're gonna make the best of it. All right, you guys, we rocked up, getting that fire going. Thank God we had some lighter fluid. Could lie and say we cheated, but we didn't. And yeah, Blake just had a good point. We put the fire in the shade, so now we have to sit in the sun.
Get a good tan.
Not the brightest choices. Yeah, we're gonna let this thing smolder. We're gonna let it turn into coals, and then I'll show you what we do with that bed of coals. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and dice up that Cero mackerel into little chunks, about maybe 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. All right, we got everything diced up. Ceviche is in there. Spices are in there. The ceviche is kind of cooking a little bit with that. The acid we did 1 parts lime and lemon juice. Now we got these coals. All right, and I'm making sure I spread them out, because now next step is we're going to put that up. We're gonna put the fish on the fire. Here we go. Drying out nicely. Just like that. All right, and we're gonna give them probably like a few minutes on one side, push the coals up next to him, then flip them. He ain't gonna be bad. And get a pinch. Make sure you get some veggies.
Oh yeah, the veggies.
Give it a shot.
That's
Good,
really
right?
good. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's delicious.
Oh, that's so good. The the veggies just complement it so well. And it's not even fully cooked. It's like kind of a little translucent, but.
Oh yeah.
Mmm. Crunchy.
Okay.
Perfect. Probably lift them up and bring them to one. Yeah. I don't even think I need to mess with the coals. I think they're probably good. Oh God, yeah, they're good. Okay. All right.
Okay, and then we'll go this way.
And then flip them, roll them over. There we go. You can see the meat already and how the skin just flakes off. All right, we'll see final product in just a minute. Do not. think I'm tall. There we go. Okay. We're just gonna munch off of that. And here, look at this. All right, here. Ready to see this? Ready to see this meat just peel off of here? Oh, I can check this out. Woo! Straight fillet. Look at that. I'll put some olive oil, some seasoning on it. We'll hand pick out of that. I know Blake's gonna tear it up.
Yes, I will.
I got some olive oil. Just caked it. Okay. I think it's still cooking. You hear it?
Yeah, it's definitely sizzling.
Yeah. Slap your mama. So we got some complete seasoning and then some slap your mama. And then we'll see how this turns out. It's out of it. What you think?
Oh, the flavors out of this world.
On point.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get a big nugget with some seasoning. This is very almost super raw.
Yeah.
But it's good. The meat holds together good like that.
Yeah, it's real good. Getting after it. Jack, give it a shot. Just start like peeling pieces off. As big or as little as you want.
Decent sized chunk.
Nice.
That's really good.
That's sick. All right, you guys, but we're gonna finish over here on the beach, and we still have another full day of diving. We're gonna send it to some giant barges in the middle of nowhere in like 100 feet, and we're gonna be diving those. So that is so stay tuned for that episode. It's gonna be an absolute epic one, just like this one. It's full of adventure, full of diving. But we're gonna dig into this fish. We already crushed one of those bowls of ceviche. And like always, guys, if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, consider subscribing. You get notified if you hit that little bell anytime I drop some content. And I'll see you guys next week for another adventure. Later.